Hey, what's going on everyone? Welcome back to Dark Waters 9. Today we have all types of mysterious and paranormal videos. From unexplained things flying in the sky to all types of different cryptids you'll see in sci-fi movies. Now let's dive in.
In this video, you're going to see a pale-skinned humanoid creature walking on someone's property. Now they caught this on their security camera, as you can see the creature move very oddly. For this to be a regular person, I don't think so. Like, the color of the skin is very different. Look at that.
Super pale, whatever it is. He's checking over his shoulder, looking back. Something you'll see in a sci-fi movie. Then it takes its time, go around the vehicle. People in the comments are saying this could be a Skinwalker, Shapeshifter, all types. If you thought that last one was crazy, wait till you see this.
Oh my God, there goes again.
That's not, it's moving sideways.
Oh,
you feel it?
It ain't thunder.
Look by the trees right there.
It's lower now. Closer. Why is it bending like that?
I don't know.
Here comes another one. Oh my God, there goes again.
What on earth is going on? Yeah, this is something straight out of Battlestar Galactica. All hands on deck. Set phasers to maximum. This next dramatic footage is recorded using night vision, and it shows two objects being chased in the sky. At one point, you can start to see the detail on one. Night vision might be the move for catching stuff in the sky at night.
Look how the lights going off on two sides there. Oh my God, see that? Look, it's going up, it's taking off.
Look at that. You can almost see the ventilation systems. Or the pod bay doors, whatever it's called. The bronze head of a sculpture depicts a philosopher, most likely Bion, the Boristonite, that was found as a part of a shipwreck. Are you sure this is a sculpture? Because this looks petrified, don't it? Like he's gonna start moving his mouth and give you like a quest for you to go on an adventure or something, you know? Could it be the head of Goliath? That would be insane. Alright, he's saying what species of reptile is this? Oh wow, I saw it immediately. Here's the eye, here's the nose, and then here's the mouth. I don't know what it is. I was thinking that we were about to zoom in on a plant or something. This is on a megalithic scale. This is giving me Game of Thrones vibes. Where is this? Don't tell me this is near Greenland. Or a giant salmon. You know? What do you guys see? Put it in the comments.
That the sigils are not just on the skin, Tony. They're under the skin. I have a handprint of an entity pushing its way through the skin. It's not the top part of the hand, it's the inside of the hand. And it's pushing its way through the body.
But you have a picture of
this? I have
this?
a picture of it. I'll show it to you after the show. Absolutely. Now, the second thing I want to make sure everybody understands is this, that these
I want to see the picture now.
archetypes that the phenomenon masquerades as, they are not real in and of themselves. So the same alien that is placing sigils on skin today was the same demon placing sigils on skin yesterday. Aleister Crowley came out and said, today they will be called demons and angels. Tomorrow they'll be called something else. Now here's the game changer. Recently, I discovered a quote from the heir of Thelema by Crowley mentor. His name's Kenneth Grant. Kenneth Grant, in his book, one of his books, he talks about today that they'll be called extraterrestrial and not angels and demons. And here we go. He said they'll want worship, but they'll be extraterrestrial. And here's the most important part. He said, and by the way, we have their sigils. We have their sigils. Thelema has their sigils. So what that did was it kind of took all the research I and others have been doing and put it in line and said, even the occultists know they're not extraterrestrial. There's something deeper and darker out there that's trying to manipulate our species.
You know, speaking of all these sigils, that reminds me of Solomon.
And so what I have is a collection of sigils underneath the skin. Okay. Can I go on a little bit further on this?
Please.
So the purpose of a sigil in the occult is to basically carve the pictorial signature. Here we go. Not of a demon, of a practitioner. Okay. The forefather and grandfather of sigilization is Austin Osman Spar. He was an occultist. His philosophy was that when a practitioner can carve his symbols or their symbols into something or someone, they project their intentions into that signature of theirs. And in that ritual, they will determine the effects that it will have on that experiencer.
Damn, that's deep. Kind of reminds me of Homunculus. The stories you hear about Homunculus and the same thing. They had to put that sigil on whatever they're trying to create, and then that'll make it do whatever they wanted, basically. Alright, this man claims the Grim Reaper is chilling on his couch.
So when we went back to see how the package showed up on the video camera, that's when we noticed it.
What they notice is this. Watch closely. Do you see it? Here, next to David's wife. A chilling figure with a skeletal face and black hooded robe. As David moves around the room, he blocks the camera for a few moments. But when he steps out of the way, the frightening figure is still there.
I almost wanted to say maybe it was somebody's dog, but that thing isn't moving.
Staring straight ahead.
I was like, God, that doesn't look normal at all. Deep black sinking eyes, very old looking skin that looks kind of melted with this weird black hair.
And it had a hood on with a gray pale face. So,
Well, that's terrifying, especially if it was only two people that lived there. What the heck is this third entity right here? What type of paranormal activity y'all working on?
Hovering things in the sky. It seems like they're growing and morphing in size. There's some kind of like tracker on this, like camera tracker. I'm assuming this is military. And now these orbs in the sky aren't moving, but they're emitting some kind of plasma just dripping down out of the... It makes me wonder if this was not visible to the naked eye as well.
Right. I was thinking the same thing. Is this thermal?
Yeah.
Most likely.
But it looks like there's some kind of plasma just oozing out of these orbs. Watch what happens here.
That's crazy. That shell actually bends and hits both objects, though.
Yeah. So, like, there's, you're definitely right. There's a missile that shoots. Let's just call it a missile because I don't know what it is, but it looks like a missile. Something was shot at these things, and you see it make contact with both orbs. And the one, like, you're right, it U'd up just a little bit to hit the other one. And then after it explodes these orbs, they morph back into an orb again, oozing their plasma. It makes you wonder, first of all, like, this orb that we're looking at here, is it physical? Whatever they shot at it didn't explode. So did it
does it have some type of Independence Day force field? And what's oozing out of that? Is it the exhaust of whatever this is? Or is it dropping something off?
Did it actually make contact with anything? So like, you think a missile, if it makes contact with something, it's going to explode. So maybe that was them trying to figure out if these are actually physical or what. It's just, there's a lot of questions.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of questions. Look how it's just oozing. Like it's like the exhaust or discharge of whatever these things are. It's 3 of them. And this is what they got on footage, focuses on the right. And this thing's just curving. 2 for 1. Fox 3. What is going on?
Picture heading out for a night at your favorite restaurant. And all of a sudden you order your food, you sit down, you start eating. And next thing you know, something's crawling on your leg from your chair. So you get up to see what the hell it is. Take a look at this wild video of what happened to one woman in a restaurant. Check this out. Look at the chair. Look at that. Know what they are? Bed bugs.
They literally crawling up out the crack of the chair.
Bed bugs.
These are bed bugs.
In restaurants.
Bed bugs, and they probably done ate plenty of people up. And you said rafferty. The whole...
They look like cockroaches.
Chair is infested.
Look at that. There's probably a million of them in there.
Or that might be something else. I've never seen that before. I couldn't tell you what that was.
Oh, and there they go.
These are bed bugs in a chair at Rafferty's.
Rafferty's.
Look, there's so many in the crack of this.
Wow. Have a look at that. They are right in the crack of the chair. Really gross. But can you blame the restaurant for this? And why do I say that? Because of the fact that bed bugs are hitchhikers, which means they might have jumped in her purse, got on her clothes, they hitchhike and go from one place to another. And the only way that she knew.
My mom was telling me the other day, if you ever happen to go to like a hotel or something, put your belongings in the tub. You don't get hitchhikers.
If they were there to go look was because while they were crawling on her while she was eating, they were biting her. Once again, as a friendly reminder, you need to be very careful where you sit in restaurants and pay very close attention now to your chair. But honestly, they're going to have to figure something out. Maybe go with plastic chairs instead of these upholstered into wood chairs. I mean, seriously, there's like, you go to a restaurant to sit down and eat, and now you got to worry about bed bugs crawling up your you-know-where or landing.
To be honest with you guys, when I go to a restaurant, I don't even look at my seat. I just sit down, go straight to the menu. But after watching that, my head is going to be on a swivel. I'm doing a quick checklist. You know, what's my seat looking like? What's the table looking like? Even in movie theaters, I dang near pull out my flashlight on my phone and look at my, you know what I'm saying? All right, guys, this next footage is titled Alien Gray Footage in Texas. You guys tell me, is this CGI? Or did they catch something on footage? Look at the eyes. They start to glow when looking at you. The slow walk. The shadows. What's going on? Crazy stuff.
Did you hear what's being built in the US right now?
Stargate. Put that name down in your books, because I think you're going to hear a lot about it in the future. A new American company that will invest $500 billion at least in AI infrastructure.
The data centers are actually under construction. The first of them are under construction in Texas, the Abilene location, which is our first location.
Abilene is a town on the western central plains of Texas. We kind of
scratch and fight for everything good that comes our way.
I had people reaching out and they said, "When's the president going to come see you?" And I said, "Well, he hasn't texted me yet."
I'm thrilled we get to do this in the United States of America. I think this will be the most important project of this era.
Welcome to Abilene, Texas. This is the site of Project Stargate, a very mysterious, much talked about, much speculated about project that brings together OpenAI, SoftBank, Oracle. If it all comes...
So you gotta understand where their priorities are at. We have food, air, and water supply at all times. We have people are unhealthy than ever before. Fake food, fake water with strange. All this stuff is going on, and where are they focusing their efforts? On making AI. Like, it's ridiculous. It's anti-nature. It's not getting us closer to being a healthier, more beneficial, or rather, living in a better society. This whole AI thing is part of the agenda to control us with AI, but they're pitting it as like, woo, this is going to be this great project. I can't believe it. Meanwhile, it's putting up the prison bars that will be around us, that we will be in a digital... it's great. It's like what's going on in, that one country in Asia there where they have social credit system. It's freaking shocking.
So I guess everyone is just going to ignore the Terminator series. Man. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. What's going on here?
Breathe, break, take a deep one through your nose. We are in a fear cycle of content, and if I can show you something that's just crazy enough to blow your mind, maybe we can escape it temporarily. This is one of the craziest things I've ever learned about ancient Egypt, and it has to do with the Milky Way. So when we're looking at the Milky Way, we are looking straight through it. That's called the Great Rift, and these guys use it to navigate. It's how they roll the dung balls back home. Also, one of the most popular symbols in ancient Egypt, associated with the god Khepri. Khepri uses starlight to navigate through the afterlife. Same way our boy brings home his very own poop star. Now, the scarab mainly represented life. Not eternal, but mortal life. But they also threw protection in there per usual. So I flew down there and I talked to a bunch of people to get clarification on what this actually means. This guy has a protective circle. The feathers are the angles that light gets reflected inside a sphere. A perfect optical sphere will break white light up into its red, green, and blue colors, which you can see on the wings of the beetle. The angle at which it does that is the angle of the Great Pyramid. So the solar disk that the beetle is holding gets split up into its colors, and those wings go into the scarab. The scarab is the protective layer for the soul. That's represented by those hands called the
Oh my goodness, that's freaky. That looks like something you'll definitely see in a nightmare.
The human is that light manifested. The top-down view of your skull is the same shape as the scarab shell. The scarab's wings unfolded, it matches up with the two hemispheres of the brain. That solar disk is right where your optic nerves meet in here. And if you look at an MRI, you'll see why the legs are positioned in the way that they are.
Oh my goodness, that is crazy. And it kind of resembles one of those, what are those things the predators fight? Aliens. You know, those black things where the mouth comes out the middle? Tell me that doesn't look like that a little bit. Getting this footage cost over $1 billion to get. I wonder what this could be.
Yeah, I know. It's hard to make out anything recognizable in this video, but trust me, it is fascinating because there's no other footage like this, really. The video that you guys just watched does not have a lot of context. We can see that the camera recording this is clearly moving. You can see a bunch of streaks going across the screen, and it kind of looks like sparks from a fire. Now, if you guessed that this video was recorded in space, you are 100% correct. It was recorded by the Parker Solar Probe. The probe here was launched by NASA back in 2018 with one very simple goal: get as close to the sun as possible. And while there, study the solar wind as well as the solar corona. For those wondering how close the Parker Solar Probe got, it got about 3.8 million miles away, or a little bit more than 6 million kilometers, so really not that close. Still very impressive though, and it's also the fastest human-built thing ever, 630,000 miles per hour, traveling approximately 130 miles per second. So yeah, the engineering that went into getting this video, and the fact that this is the only thing recording video like this, makes it quite rare.
It did look like something whizzed by for a second. Look. Choom, choom, choom. Might have been 3 of them. If you really slow it down. 1, 2, 3. That's just me analyzing the visuals. And listen to the noise. Sounds like a Star Wars TIE fighter. If you thought I wasn't going to hit you with another excellent specimen of the day, think again. Jason! Look at the glitter infused in this purple lavender cluster. Transparent purple octahedral fluorite. The rating I'm gonna give this, if you're new around here, we do this every day, and we give it a rating 1 through 10, and we name it. The name I'm gonna give this is the Thanos Stone. The Thanos Stone, and I'm gonna give this a 8.8. Thanos Stone, 8.8. If you thought that last footage was crazy, now we got Bigfoot in Washington. People online talk about Bigfoot phase shifting like Nightcrawler on X-Men now. People seeing them in Michigan, all through the Smokies, now in Washington. Is it the same one, or does he have a family, a community out there? I like how we zoomed in. Look, I think it's 2 of them. They looking dead at him. That's all we have for today's video. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. And the code word for today, Battlestar. Go ahead and drop Battlestar in the comments below. When you do that, that lets me know you're real when you made it all the way through the video. You really rock with your boy. I just want to say thank you for your guys' support. And this was the most mysterious videos that made me question everything.